What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Gervonta Tank Davis, undefeated 3-division world champion, who is the reigning WBA lightweight champion, 5-time world champion, top 10 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, cash cow, and one of the faces of the sport of boxing, with a record of 30 wins, no loss, no draws, 28 wins by way of knockout. Gervonta Tank Davis is being called out, which is no shocker, it's no surprise. But who's he being called out by in this situation is interesting, because he's being called out by a 22-year-old, 17 wins, no loss, no draw, 12 wins by way of knockout, Floyd Scofield, and Floyd Scofield's dad. Now, they've had a sparring session, and Floyd Scofield Sr. is going out his way to try to bring attention to his son, rightfully so, right? And he's calling out Gervonta Tank Davis. He said Gervonta Tank Davis is over the hill. He said that, Gervonta Tank Davis is not in his prime no more. He's too small. He gonna get knocked out by his son. He believe in his son, right? And they're aggressively calling out Tank Davis, as many fighters do, right? He represents a major payday in the legacy fight because of what he's done as far as generating money, and he's knocking everybody out. Now, some people will challenge the level of competition, but nonetheless, he gets the job done. So with that said, Floyd Scofield's been calling him out. He's too small, putting up pictures, and Tank Davis responds and absolutely cooks him and says that, he always thought there was something fishy about his dad, so on and so forth, and he labeled his dad YAG. Y'all can, unscramble that. And, he said that, his son is just not on his level, which he's not. He's not ready for it. Now, he got talent, he got skills, and his dad is saying that he's bigger than Tank and so on and so forth. It's ironic because Floyd Scofield has the same record just about of Tank's last opponent in Frank the Ghost Martin. Frank Martin never fought for a world title, never won a world title. They have similar resumes. Frank Martin was 18 wins, no loss, no draw, 12 wins by way of knockout. Floyd Scofield is 17 wins, no loss, no draw, 12 wins by way of knockout, right? So they have that similarity. Neither one of them fought for a world title, but Frank Martin fought and beat higher level of competition than Floyd Scofield, right? But this just goes to show, when Gervonta Tank Davis wants to respond to an opponent, he will. And as of late, Floyd Scofield, his senior, because he's a junior, senior has been making a lot of waves, and a lot of people are not feeling what he's doing. Does he care? Obviously not, because he's still creating waves. And then he doubled back down, put up another post and picture of his son with Tank Davis, saying that he was bigger than Tank at 17. He's bigger than Tank definitely at 22. Size doesn't matter, especially when you're dealing with Gervonta Tank Davis. Everybody's bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis. The one fight, well, he went the distance twice, but the most recent fight he went the distance in was, for the first time in his career, he was actually bigger than his opponent, and that was against Isaac Pitbull Cruz, right? Who was 5'3" with a 63-inch arm reach, right? Tank Davis is 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Floyd Scofield is 5'7" with a 71-inch arm reach, right? So everybody's bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis. That's nothing new. That's not surprising. That's not, headlines. That's, not breaking news. But Tank Davis has mastered being a smaller guy. He's mastered how to cut the ring off. He had his ring IQ, his experience, his wherewithal in the ring, his understanding of every inch of the square circle, his power is his third go-to. he don't even go to his power. He's a knockout artist, but his power is not his number one go-to. It's his pressure, mentally and physically, with his feet. His number one go-to weapon in this case is his feet, putting you in position, and then his boxing IQ, his ability to dissect you, and then he introduces his power and gets you up out of there. That's what makes him special. Floyd Scofield's athletic. He's definitely skilled, but he definitely, by far, is nowhere near ready for Gervonta Tank Davis. But it's good promotion. It's good that, you know, we're going to talk about it. It's good promotion. Tank Davis responded. He ain't responded to anything regarding Shakur Stevenson, but he responded to Floyd Scofield. So go figure, right? It's good promotion. But he's just not ready. Oh, no way, no how. And Tank is 29 years of age. He'll be 30 in November. He got massive fights. And I see people saying that this is a bigger fight for Tank than Tank fighting El Rayo, Jose Venezuela, the newly crowned WBA junior welterweight world champion. How? El Rayo, yes, he got knocked out by Edwin De Los Santos. But let's not forget, he brutally knocked Edwin De Los Santos down in that fight, and he made the mistake of trying to close the show when Edwin wasn't ready, and he got clipped and never recovered, right? And then Rayo, he won the first fight, in my opinion, with Chris Colbert. He dropped him in that fight, but he lost. But then he left no doubt in the rematch and knocked Chris Colbert out. And then in the rematch, and then to follow that up, he fights Isaac Cruz, who knocked out Rolly. He fights him and outclasses him and loses maybe 2 rounds at tops. He outclassed Rolly and Isaac Cruz in more impressive fashion than Tank.